Good morning, guys. How are you? Welcome back to this new class. Remember, this is our last week having online classes. I am very thankful for that because even though it's been a different experience, I am finally going to have you present in our classes. So thank you very much for being here all this time with me and joining me and watching the classes. So I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you spent time with your family. That it's very important. And so remember last class, which was on Friday, we saw a different topic. Remember every Friday we are going to have different topics to see. So the last Friday we saw a music class, okay? We saw different artists, different singers, and also different kinds of music genres, right? So I hope you enjoyed that class. It was very funny for me to show you that. And so we are now going to begin a new class, okay? So in the next one we have that today is Monday. So remember, each Monday it's a new opportunity to do something new. Today is Monday, September 14th. So tomorrow we're going to have some explanation because remember us as Mexicans we have a amazing celebrations tomorrow and on Wednesday. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tomorrow. And so today is Monday. I hope you are having a great Monday so far. It's great to have you here, a new day. So welcome back and I hope you have a great weekend. So we are a few weeks far apart from the new season we're going to have, which is fall. So I am very excited, and that is why the weather is already changing. And it's also interesting to see that happen. So we have to be very thankful for that because we are having new weather, which is great for us because we live in a kind of desert ecosystem, so it's great to have rain and to have this cold kind of fresh weather, right? So for me, it's something to be thankful for. It's very amazing to experience these kinds of things, and I hope you feel that way too. And because of that, I want to thank the most important person we have, which is our God. We have to thank Him every morning because we are here. We are a new day standing here, having this great Monday, and we have it together. We have our family, our friends around us. So that is something we need to be thankful for. Remember, not everyone has the chance to experience that, unfortunately, of course, and so that is why we need to feel grateful every morning and every day. So we are going to put our hands together and close our eyes. Remember that when we are going to pray, we need to do it if we feel it real. So please fill your heart with faith, and so we're going to begin. Okay? Dear Father, I want to thank you for being here another day. I want to ask you for those who are struggling right now in life. Please help them go through everything they are going through. And please help them see that everything is going to be alright. Help them see they are not alone and they have people they can trust. So thank you very much for giving me another chance of being here, for taking care of my students and giving them help. Also for protecting their family and having them around here. Thank you for all the blessings you give us and never leaving us alone. Thank you, amen. So it's important that every day we feel grateful and feel thankful for what we have today. Remember, we never know what is going to happen, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy that you are here and all the things that you have. Also remember to help others who need you. So maybe sometimes you are not going to know what is happening in everyone else's life, but that is why we need to respect them and to treat people right. So if you do well in this world, the world is going to be well. So it all depends on us and the attitude we have towards life. So if you are feeling happy, if you have a positive energy, you're going to feel the world with that positive energy, and that is what the world needs right now. Remember, we are having hard times, you and me and everyone, because of this virus we are having right now. So it's a good thing to have good people around. And it's always great to do well in this world today. The world needs it, and if you do good things here or with people, if you help people, if you treat our world and our nature good, the world is going to return that positive things to you someday. So please remember that, and always respect others, respect the animals, the nature, and everything that's around you. We live in this world, it's the only home we have, so respect it and treat it correctly and well. Okay? So now we are ready to go to today's topic. Okay, so last week we saw different topics, okay? I hope you remember them, and on Friday was our last class and was a very interesting one. So we're going to see what is the new topic of this week. We're going to be talking about animals, okay? There are plenty of animals here in this world, which most of them, we haven't seen them in person because they live, for example, some of them on the ocean, in the deep ocean, some of them in the forest, and there are a lot of dangerous animals, and we need to leave them where they live. So in their habitat, okay? So they can live well and happily. So we're going to see how those kinds of animals adapt to where they live, for example, to the weather or the place they live. Here we have two baby wolves, okay? They are one kind of plenty of the animals we have here in this world. For example, here we have the wolves, but in the places where the cold is very present, for example, the North Pole. In the North Pole, we have the polar bears or the penguins. Maybe you know that the penguins can't fly. So they can fly, and they had to adapt to that ecosystem. So that is why they are small and they do not fly. Their wings adapted to the water they live in. So instead of flying, the penguins are very great swimmers. They swim very fast, and they are prepared to the cold water and the cold weather. So those are birds, okay? But they adapted to the ecosystem they have, to the North Pole, to the cold weather. Los pingüinos siguen siendo pájaros, como los que vemos que vuelan aquí. Pero los pingüinos, para adaptarse a donde ellos viven, en el frío, no vuelan, pero sus alas sirven para nadar rápido, para que puedan resistir el frío. So they are still birds, even though they don't fly. Okay, but they are birds. Like the ones we have here, flying on the trees, on the sky. Okay, they adapted to their different situations. So that is what happens with animals and also with us as humans. We all need to adapt to new things. Remember, all about adapting. And so, in order for us to see this information, we are going to see the type of text we are going to see, which is the expository text. So, what is the expository text? This is one we use to get information, okay? To know something about a topic. It says it's an information article, right? So in an expository text, we're going to see information that is going to be useful for us to know something new. It has graphic sources, which means it has pictures for you to understand it better. And also, it's a non-fictional text, which that means that everything you are going to read in an expository text is real. So none of that is a lie, so you can trust in this kind of text. It gives facts that are real. So an expository text is, in other words, something that is going to help you understand something with information that is real. Okay? So, along the topic of the animals, we're going to be reading expository texts, which are going to be good for you and for me because they are going to teach us something informational about the animals. Right? So now that you know what are we going to be using in order for us to understand, we are ready to now talk about the wolves, okay? We're going to see how the wolves adapt to where they live. Now, remember, wolves can live also in cold weather places and also in the forest. That is why they adapt, they need to adapt to their different places they live. So here you can see we have this wolf. Wolves are very beautiful animals. They are also very dangerous, so that is why people insist on leaving them where they live. So people are trying to stop the hunting of the wolves because people hunt them to use their fur, their skin, to make clothes and to make warm clothes for people, which is wrong, okay? It's wrong to hunt wolves to do that. And so, for example, we have this beautiful creature here, and it says that wolves have jaws. Their jaws, how they bite, they have 500 pounds. So that means that when they bite their prey, they kill them instantly. Okay? If they, for example, want to eat something, they need to hunt their prey. And for example, let's say they eat rabbits. Okay? If they live in the forest, wolves need to eat something to survive. And let's say they find a rabbit and they have to eat it. So with just a single bite, they kill their prey. They have a very heavy jaw, which helps them to eat better and to hunt better. So that is one of their adaptations. We also have that a wolf has a big stomach, even though it doesn't look like that. They can keep in their tummy, in their stomach, 20 pounds of food, which is a lot of food. So they can do this because they can keep the food inside of their tummy for a long time, which keeps them full with food, so they don't need to pray that a lot of days. Okay, so they can feel full, so they don't have the need to hunt anymore. They can last long periods of time without eating because they have their food in their stomach, which is very amazing. Us, as humans, can do that because we have a small tummy, okay? And we keep little food inside of us. That is why we need to be eating maybe 3 or 4 every each 3 or 4 hours. So that is the difference between the wolves and us as humans. They also have fur. They are very fierce animals, okay? So why is that? If they live in cold weather, that helps them to keep them warm. So they don't have cold because of the fur they have. And also in the fur they have oil. Porque tienen aceite en los lobos en su pelaje. Esto nos ayuda a que cuando llueve se resbala el agua y así no se mojan y no les da frío. So maybe that doesn't look like it if you see a wolf, but they have an oily fur that keeps them dry so they don't get too wet and they don't get sick and they don't spend cold. Okay? They are very interesting animals to investigate. As I'm telling you, we are also seeing here an expository text, right? And they walk in tiptoes. Why they walk in tiptoes? Which means they walk in 4 paws. That is because when they are hunting, they don't want to make noise. So their prey do not go away. They walk very carefully and silently, so their prey can't run away, right? And as I was telling you, as wolves and as other animals, us as humans also need to be doing some adaptations depending on what is happening, right? We are going to see in the next slide this that I am telling you, okay? There are a lot of changes we as humans need to go through, and of course to adapt to different things. Here, as you can see, we have this picture of a girl that has her hair painted different colors. Why is that? Well, can you think of different situations when you change something about yourself? Here we have a change, okay? This girl made a change to her hair. Why is that? Maybe that is not something to adapt to something, but is a thing that girls like to do a lot. And nowadays also boys change the color of their hair. That is completely normal now, and it's okay. And so people change their hair color a lot. Maybe if you have black hair and you want to have it blonde, you can do it. That's a change. And for example, one adaptation we do sometimes is when it rains. When it rains, you are out, you don't let the water wet, right? So you carry an umbrella. And when it's raining, you have your umbrella, and that way you can't get wet. That is one adaptation, right? Or when the cold weather begins here in our city, we of course use coats or sweaters or jackets to protect ourselves from the cold weather. That is one adaptation we need to do in order to survive just like the animals. So changes in humans are completely natural and normal, and that happens when a different situation comes that we do not know. Okay, that is something we need to do in order to survive. So in the next one, I want you to see that sweating is a completely normal thing, but that happens for a reason. Cuando sudamos, eso pasa por una razón, tiene un porqué. For example, we start sweating when we feel hot, right? When we feel hot, when we are running or playing under the sun, we start sweating. So why does that happen? Well, when you are playing with your friends, for example, if you are running very fast, or when you are in your PE class, let's say it's just an example, you are jumping, or you are running, or you are doing some kind of exercise, right? You begin to sweat. That happens because you are feeling very, very hot. You are getting so hot that even if you touch your face, you can feel it and it's hot. So we start sweating. We sweat because we are letting that hot go out. And that is the way it goes out. It's very important, okay? That is a very important thing we need to do, even though sometimes it can be a little annoying. Because you get all wet and you need to take your, for example, your sweater out because of how hot you are feeling. We sweat in order to cool down, which means that if we are feeling very hot, we sweat in order for us to feel cool again, which means that our temperature needs to level. Okay, so that is why we sweat. It's a very important thing our brain does for us so we can feel better. And it's a completely normal thing. Our brain is so amazing because it can do a lot of things. That is one of the things it does, which is very interesting also. It helps us, the brain helps us to adapt to different things. It is the one who tells us what we need to do, okay? How to adapt to something new we are facing. Like, for example, that when we do a lot of exercise and we sweat, we are sweating to cool down for our temperature to level in a normal level. Okay, so that is why that happens. And it's one adaptation we do as humans. Okay? So now we've been talking about these different adaptations we have, and as you can see, we've been reading also the expository text. As you can see, a expository text have graphic resources, which are here pictures. The pictures helps you to understand better what we are watching, what are we seeing, and what is the text about. So it's very, very important to watch those little details, okay? So now in the next slide, I want to show you a video of this little boy, right? I want you to pay close attention to him and to what he's doing. And that what he's doing is very important, and then we're going to discuss what he did. So watch the video.
My dad took me to the local cycling center when I was 3.5, and I took a few bags. I got about $5 and I just loved it.
We had neighbors, friends and family. His grandmother and grandfather's neighborhood was saving for him, churches, different schools.
Then they looked at my Instagram page. Oh, I'm going to start following him on Instagram, and I'm going to schedule a can of bottle pickup when I have cans of bottles for him. I recycled over 500,000 of these, and it has gave me about $60,000. And probably one of our bottles has blocked the thing right on that conveyor belt.
He's helping the environment. I mean, for every 2,000 pounds that he recycles, he saves 14,000 kilowatts of energy.
Hi, Ryan. How are you? Good to see you.
At the Marine Center, I donated $225 today. $1 equals 1 pound of fish. So I got them 225 pounds of fish for 70 seals. Or sea lions, or harbor seals, or elephant seals, or northern fur seals. Sometimes I see people walk right next to a trash can. They're like, they put the can sitting right next to the trash can and walk away. And that's a recycling can. They could have just went right in. As easy as that. Let's go, people. Let's save this planet. What are we waiting for?
Well, see, the thing that Brian is doing is recycling plastic bottle and also food cans. So why is this happening? As you can see, the world has gone through a lot of changes too, but they are not good. We are having this climate change and global warming, and what Brian is doing is adapting to this thing that is happening. So he is collecting all these plastic bottles and cans to recycle them so he can help a little our environment and it can change to a good thing. Okay? So it's amazing what people is doing to adapt to everything we are going through. It's interesting to see that a lot of people are getting together to make a change in this world. So I want to invite you to do these changes. Even though they are little or we can do that step by step. Every change we do is good, it's great, and if we can do well to someone or to this planet, it's amazing. So this was all for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of Monday. Remember, we have this week to get through, and thank you for being here with me. I hope you have a great week, and I'm so excited to meet you finally in person. So see you guys tomorrow, and God bless you. Bye.